This is India's moment, many people are saying. Is it also India's credit moment?
Thank you, Rishad. Thank you, Haslinda. Thank you for having me over. Well, to be quite candid, investors have been waiting in the wings for the longest time. And when I say waiting in the wings, they've been looking at smaller ticket trades, to get their feet wet, as it were. But a trade like this was a complete blowout in terms of investors across various spectrums, whether it's the institutional funds or family offices, high net worth individuals, and multilats. The kind of response that we got, and the book was actually completed within 20 minutes flat. And mind you, this was in a rupee bond market, and the likes of which we've not seen before. 15,000 crores, equivalent of about $1.75 billion. Everybody was astounded. Hopefully, that's a pathway for more of such trades going forward.
I think you're referring to this local currency bond, what you could call is a low-grade local currency bond, if I'm not mistaken. And getting this off, I guess, is a signal not just to indigenous bond investors, but also overseas too, when you say, Amrish.
Absolutely. Rishad, you got that absolutely right. In fact, you see a confluence of fantastic tailwinds and very strong macros. I think you alluded to that when you spoke about the India segment. And basically, if the yield is right and the collateral package stands up, you will see issues like this far more in terms of getting these off the ground. I think investors have been enthused with the response and basically the yields and the collateral package. So yes, I think it augurs very well for credit markets going forward.
When it comes to high-yield bond market, Amrish, where's India's headed when China's is actually contracting?
To be candid with you, Haslinda, it's very difficult to compare the two. They're completely different spectrums. I mean, Deutsche is quite prevalent in the Chinese market as well. From a high-yield international bond market, you still have, notwithstanding the fact that the market is relatively inactive, you still have real estate paper that gets taken out in China at high yields. I mean, we've led some of those issuances. And India, you have utilities, which we did pretty recently. But when it comes to the domestic bond markets, they're both completely separate in terms of what gets taken out, what are the nuances, how are the structures done. But what I can do is speak very clearly about India. A trade like this, my sense is it's going to be replicated more often than not with the right issuers and with the right sort of tailwinds backing it. I think we stand a pretty good chance of seeing many more such issuances in the domestic bond markets per se.